I hear, and it's a small thing. Depending on how you treat her, she either screams for her dad or for Clementine.
We're not far.
I care.
I guess you do.
Please, Sarah. You've got to start.
Oh, that's too bad, because Telltale isn't trying for
I
you.
won't want to help you if you aren't trying.
Well, there's no chance of her recovering her character at this point.
Just
Fucking Ben could take 10 of her in a fight.
She just needs a little time, Clem.
Ben was at least amusing.
Yeah, I liked Ben. Ben was way more interesting a character. Like,
The way she is?
she is sheltered and has mental problems. Ben was just a coward.
what happened?
Ben was the Shaggy of The Walking
You went in
Dead.
there, you were ready to help.
He was
and then
old enough to be
second chance.
considered self-dependent, but too young to really
Before.
deal with what was happening to him.
Sorry,
So he couldn't depend on the adults, and he couldn't depend on himself.
it's just the way things are.
You really weren't helping things back there.
She was just... She only had a character through her dad, and her dad got fucked up last episode.
I thought she was at least a little bit more interesting than her dad.
But she gave up.
Person with obvious, I guess, autism, whatever, some type of on the spectrum. But
It is an interesting thing to, like, display in this kind of story, because you don't see it that often.
As soon as you guys said go, I was the first one up on the roof. Like I had already made up my mind.
Luke, you can't let it eat away at you.
fucking Luke, you're kind of lame, Luke, aren't you?
He seemed kind of competent in the first couple of episodes, but now Kenny's back.
I dragged my sister across 4 states.
Now you've lost all your
She'd
friends.
say she wasn't getting up.
That's the thing, this group really started falling apart the moment Clementine turned up.
The moment Clementine turned up.
Until this time.
But then there's no telling how long they were on the run from Carver beforehand.
I'd like to mention, I'd like to see fucking Rebecca or someone mention,
Couldn't throw her.
like, I don't know if Rebecca dies or not.
I told her
Probably.
she could have
Yeah,
what she
I don't
wanted.
care. It's not that worthwhile.
Jumped
But I'd
into
like
the
to
throne
see
by myself.
Rebecca mention the Clementine's like, none of this happened before you showed up.
Did she get turned?
That's the thing,
Do
like,
you know?
it has gone to
didn't
shit.
follow me over.
I really vastly...
Didn't have the guts to
I
do
vastly
it.
preferred the
Myself.
fucking, the group in
Killed me for a
season
long
1. I think it's because we did get more kind of optional dialogue with them, because there were more of those just kind of walkabout scenes. So you could connect with them at your own pace.
Jane,
Here it's just, there's a scene, it's scripted, as it's going to happen, you're going to hear some of that dialogue, but it goes through it a lot quicker.
Fine. Just be careful.
And the fact is, we joined a group that's already established, rather than coming to, like, creating a group as it went along. So Clementine still feels out of the loop with these people.
I didn't think you'd leave her. It's hard to think about.
Lee was never a leader, but people just kind of formed around
I
him.
don't know, but
And because there were time skips, you knew that they had formed as a group and actually cooperated at some point.
Do you think they actually have less time to develop? Like they,
I
I
think
know they
yeah.
take like they release like
I guess.
bi-monthly. They release
There
one
was just
thing
nothing we could
and
do.
then they release the
I
other.
tried so
But
hard
like,
to get through to her.
it's these episodes. They're not coming. They're coming out more, I guess, consistently than the first season did, which makes me think that they just have less development time.
I could see that. And these people have less character development time.
Mike just going, "You son of a
Raise
bitch."
myself, to tell you the truth. If it weren't for Clem and Jane, well,
Also, some of the line deliveries in this episode, I mean, we've been talking over most of it. Which actually helps me, because there is very little noteworthy. But some of the deliveries in this are just kind of fucking weak. Like, Mike's son of a bitch just sounded more unimpressed than anything.
Yeah, it sounded like he was angry or something. Son of a bitch. There they come, the main characters.
There was a line in the last scene where, like, we busted in and Luke was like, "Oh, it's you guys," and then you could say, "Luke, are you okay?" And Clem shouts it. Like, it's really urgent and it sounds so out of place. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Oh god, it'd be a lot more devastating if everyone in her group was just dead, like Sarah as well.
It's
well,
kind of
I guess
convenient
Luke
because
is still alive.
she cries no matter what. So I mean, like in my other run, Nick died 2 episodes ago, so she gets to cry about Sarah dying.
Teaching him anything?
Mm.
Just in case.
Kenny had a family. He could help. Where is
And you know, Kenny was a midwife.
He
He just goes and sits in the tent.
King Kenny, you're so pathetic.
Oh, it's so great. The shot coming up is probably actually my favourite shot of the episode.
I don't think he's doing well.
And I think you'll especially appreciate it just because of your burning, passionate hatred for Kenny.
Talk to him? I think if it's just you, someone he knows.
Look at that American flag.
he might-
I know, I was just thinking, man, this
And I wouldn't ask you
shot.
to do it if it weren't for the baby.
Oh, there's so much happening.
You know, I think the fact that Bonnie is here from 400 Days, I think this is what they actually had planned on doing with the characters from 400 Days to begin with.
Yeah, because Bonnie's choice was determinant no matter what, so... This shot coming up...
I'm gonna start my mother base.
Just need a boat.
We need your help with Rebecca's baby. No one else knows what to do.
You know what it feels like to get beaten, almost.
I don't know, will you tell me? I saw it in the trailer.
Peaceful.
Yeah, it was such a trailer speech.
Feels peaceful.
They also had a very, like, silly scene in the trailer with like, heavenly lights as he was being beaten to death by Carver.
I'm still taking a beating every day.
God damn, Ken. It's
Eureka.
fucking...
No
Oh.
peace, no rest.
Fucking Sins of the Father starts playing now.
I know, it's so melodramatic. I'm still taking a beat
Hell,
every
Carver
day.
just finished me off.
I'm the hero of this world.
Obviously, I ain't helping anyone by being here.
No, you're kind of getting us killed.
That baby's almost here, and Rebecca needs
It is
your
so
help.
satisfying to be a shit to Kenny in this scene. Holy fuck, you have no idea. Oh, well, you will have an idea.
Now, don't worry yourself about this. It's nothing. Hadn't killed me yet, anyway.
Maybe one of the others.
I'm kind of disappointed because the teaser, like, I thought the teaser showed us, would be showing us what the hell I looked like. But, I don't know.
You don't really get to see it. One of the dialogue options, like, he lifts it up, but it's angled, so you can't really see what's underneath it.
I thought that's
But Clementine
the scene was
isn't
about to
happy.
happen. But,
No. That's the thing.
no.
Yeah. Some of the teaser shots are just kind of.
Feels wet.
Ah,
Move
ooh,
the
she
ground.
got wet. Who made her wet? Ah, gossip. Who has Rebecca the hots
We
for?
should. I don't know what we should do.
Oh, the baby's coming.
Yeah.
That's why she's wet,
What
not
do we
because of
do?
any other
yeah.
reason.
Kenny, thank God.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I
embarrassing.
think the baby's.
I thought you were doing
What
an
do we do?
intentional misunderstanding to
All right,
be a tricky
all right.
dick,
Give me a second. No way can Rebecca
which is what you
travel
were
like
doing.
He's
Yeah,
right.
I would never be facetious
He's gonna make
for
a
the
lot of
sake of
noise.
comedy.
They'll be able to
Yeah,
see
we're
it, too.
completely
Now
straight-faced
you got no
here at
choice but to
Commentary
lock down and
Comms.
ride it out.
We don't even understand the concept of sarcasm, irony,
This place
verbal
doesn't seem
irony.
safe for a baby being
Someone
Anything.
has sent me a
Yeah,
Skype.
perhaps there's a
I
couple
think
of
that's the
buildings
group.
nearby. Maybe
Oh
we
no,
can
someone has sent me a thing on the Skype. On the Skypes. Behind the scenes here at Commentary Comms.
Seems like it could be a good start.
Behind the scenes, things do happen in real time.
Sure thing.
I'll check the building by the river.
Are we almost done?
Kenny,
Holy shit, we're only halfway
Stick
through.
with Rebecca.
Yeah, I know.
We'll check
The
the
episodes
creative
generally
files.
feel shorter as well. Do
Sarah?
you remember episode 4
Sarah,
Oh my god.
you just stay here with
How
Rebecca.
long was
of
that?
last season?
How fucking long was that episode?
That was a decent chunk. I think
I know
way,
it must have
well
been
over 2
hard, but-
hours.
Thank
Like
you
it,
for talking
like
to Kenny.
that episode took a long time to come out as well. I
Give me a
remember.
backhand looking at the
Yeah,
museum, but
the extra shit, like in this,
we know Jared's just gonna take off.
we record these
Maybe
in
she
one
will.
go. I think I've already
I'm sure
said.
she comes
Mm-hmm.
back.
I record the whole episode, Mix it up. The extra shit in this comes to 9 minutes about.
You know, she doesn't seem to like being around people.
That's how kind of inconsequential most of this shit is, and most of it is deaths anyway.
And the fact that it's so inconsequential, considering what they are, is just shameful at
Something
best.
to think about.
I think most of it is like, you let a character die slightly earlier, all it is some content is missing. That's it.
We're looking for warm blankets, clean water, disinfectant.
I'll go with Jane, I'll go with Mike and Bonnie. Can I spoil one thing?
Sarah, I'll help everyone else too.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah, sure. Look at Luke and his AK, seriously.
No, wasn't that Bonnie's AK? Oh no, he nicked it off Carver. I'm having trouble because the characters lose and get guns at such random points. I thought Bonnie had an AK as well, but apparently not.
You know, we're
Okay,
both
so
stubborn.
you can either go with Jane or you can go with Mike and Bonnie. But then you go with the other person later on anyway.
Doesn't matter who you go first with.
Really hard to get along
No,
with him.
there's like... They just get like a little bit of extra dialogue at the beginning, dependent on which order you go in. But I'm gonna cut one of them out because it's nothing. It's nothing dialogue.
I just want my
And it
dad.
actually spoils something that happens in the other one.
When he gets here,
The other one's a bit less
that's what
nothing.
happened.
The other one actually has what seems to be character development that's then completely dashed, actually. I know. And she still thinks that her father's
You
alive.
need to face that. Sarah?
Hey, I think that's all.
That's all Telltale wrote for her.
She'll be all right.
Yeah,
The others could really use a hand scout for supplies.
that's all the vocal guy can take right now. Let's go with Mike and Bonnie
Mike and Bonnie
first.
need any help.
Good. Don't be too long.
Yay,
You can
Mike
help.
and Bonnie. Oh no, extra shit first.
Don't worry, I think you'll like this extra shit.
Oh boy.
More Kenny. I'm gonna be direct with him.
Please come out.
Like, I love how it's like, can you please come out? Like, it sounds like it's like a heartfelt thing, but she actually says it like a fucking supreme cunt. Kenny, can you please come out?
In case by some
Get over
crazy
with it.
chance she didn't come back. That beautiful face.
Sarita was a good person.
I liked her nose ring.
You know what it feels like. to
Oh
get
my god, Kenny, I don't care.
almost to death.
Yeah. Yeah, we...
Peaceful. It feels peaceful. It was like I was floating away.
I should try it
watching
someday.
The whole thing happen to me.
I could beat you to death right now, Kenny.
And then I woke up again, and nothing's changed. I'm still taking a beating. Every day.
Can you stop fidgeting?
Gotcha. Sarita.
Do you really only care about Katja and Sarita? What about Lee, your brother?
Why the hell couldn't Carver have just finished me off? Obviously, I ain't helping anyone by being here.
Nope.
Well, he didn't, and you're still alive, whether you like it or not.
Oh, you're right.
You
I love this
should.
line though.
Celebrate now. I'd throw a party, except my guest list is looking a little thin these days.
There are people out there who are scared, who don't know what to do. You could
I just
help.
went from like firm to kind of scared in one line.
Dark tent, feeling sorry for
Fucking-
yourself.
Clementine's dialogue options feel fucking schizophrenic as fuck.
You know, Clementine.
You're not the only one who's lost people. My parents, Lee.
Destroyed. Argument's been
To
destroyed.
hear this shit. I can't even look at you right now.
You.
Well, just
Fuck
keep
you,
me in your
Kenny.
bad eye.
Suck a dick, Kenny. Go suck many dicks.
I guess that's the place there.
But at least we got him to come out. God, it's not like the train scene where you could get him... I don't know, I wish there was one where if you fuck up the dialogue enough, he just picks you up and flings you into the river nearby.
Check it out first.
It'd be amazing, a minute-long scene. He lifts you up and like people are just looking like, what the fuck is Kenny doing? Is he gonna holy shish! He just threw Clementine in the river!
He just grabs you by the ankles and does several spins and hurls you in.
Jane showed me a good way to attack him. If you take out a knee,
Oh,
they
fucking
always
Clementine looks so smug right now.
back of the neck.
They could just like give her a face that isn't fucking smug as dicks.
Sorry, but Telltale only animated one version of events, and it's like that.
What? Didn't even take out the knee?
No, he didn't care about the knee. He just said a good smack to the head has always worked for him. Worked, didn't it? Infantry, private... Oh, I was trying to read those. I wonder if they actually uniquely modeled them.
Okay.
It was easier just to animate Clementine being sassy.
Yeah.
Watch out for the broken glass. It's all over.
Okay.
Okay, Bonnie, I guess. Actually,
Guess
Bonnie
I'm not
does...
surprised.
Bonnie's likable, I guess.
Might be something worthwhile left.
Bonnie, I guess, is likable.
We need
I
to look
guess.
back so we can
I
get back to the
guess.
I
others.
Let's
guess.
just take a sweep. I really don't
She's a
want-
completely inoffensive character. Her initial thing about formerly being addicted to drugs has been near enough entirely
I watch this
dropped.
side, you watch it.
There is a line that references it, though.
There is?
Yeah,
When?
but you have to do a certain set of things.
When does that happen? In this episode?
They're just for show.
It happens in this episode.
Also, really
In the
loud.
scene, actually.
In this scene, will you show it?
I'm not certain.
God damn it, Snake. God damn it.
But at least you know. And that's really all that matters.
Do you think maybe they say
not
that stuff
really.
about water and blankets just to get people out of the way?
Oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you didn't have to come with me.
No.
Oh, Mike
Never
once
mind.
that Bonnie pussy.
Souvenirs,
This is an
huh?
actual line where she sounds like an
Keychain with
11-year-old.
your name on it?
No. Why would I want a keychain? I don't even have any keys.
Good point.
That's one. I'm not gonna look at the water cooler. Fuck the water cooler.
There have sure been some animals.
Makes
killed
sense if
here.
she was like 15
Much
or
more
so.
sad.
Yeah, I guess.
15 or 14.
Lee would have loved this place.
And you lucky.
Oh yeah,
Was
he
it-
would.
Not
Was
so
it
much.
really that hard to
Unless
make
you
the
want some
time
broken
skip
glass.
last like 3 more
Do
years?
you see anything
I guess
good?
it was.
Not so far, but let's give the place a good
People would have
going over.
asked questions. I'm surprised they haven't asked questions about the time skip they had.
How long was the time skip anyway? I forget.
What was it? Was it just like a year and a half or so?
I guess.
Because she was 9 the end of season 1, and she's 11 here. And here's a Civil War coat that was
Hey,
just lying
look at
around.
this. An old coat.
No one grabbed that
Fine,
coat.
Clem. You should hang on to that. It's gonna get a lot colder before it starts getting warmer.
Kenny said we need blankets. It's not really a blanket, but
It should do the trick. Good call. I guess you've already got that old coat I gave you.
That
I feel
rainbow
so
coat.
bad about everything that happened.
Never going away.
Hopefully you won't always think of me like that.
Winter's
Not that I
coming.
blame
Gonna
you
need
if you
coats. That's gonna be part of the model
I
for a
haven't
long
always
time
used
coming.
the best Judgment.
it seems like you're with us now. That's what matters most.
Clem found a jacket.
That's great, but isn't Gray the, we can't put Rebecca in a Confederate coat.
Okay, that's not, like that's something she's gonna give a fuck about now.
Yeah. Like, oh, no. I fucking hate the Confederacy. The fucking... This American Civil War, you know. That's something to be really concerned about, making that faux pas in this zombie apocalypse.
Snake, should we do a history minute explaining why the Confederate jacket is supposedly offensive to Rebecca?
Let's do it.
You see, back in the fucking whatever Civil War in America,
It wasn't very civil, though.
it's a lot. It was about a lot of stuff. One of the stuff it was about was fucking African American slaves, and the Confederates were like, "We want our slaves," but the other guys were like, "No," and that's basically what it means. It's basically the gist of it. I hope you enjoyed me, a European from fucking Northern Europe, and Snake from fucking the Queensland,
You want to kick it down?
England.
That'd make it
I feel very strongly about the Civil War.
I also feel very strongly.
I don't think we ever covered Civil War in GCSE history.
Why would you?
I could try to pry it
Like,
open
it's
some
be you'd have to like
I
take,
don't know if that'll help.
I guess, an American history class.
Maybe.
All right.
Well,
Well,
actually,
we did do some American history. We did America 1960s through 1980s.
Mac will carry those
Oddly
things out.
enough.
Might
Did
be
you
a bit
take the-
heavy for ya.
what about the?
It was we did 3 time periods in GCSE history. I found them like a really odd mix. We did Russia 1900 through 1920, America as I just said, and medieval England. Was it medieval England? I believe it was.
You didn't do when America and England were at each other's throats.
No.
That's a little bit weird.
It just felt like a random assortment of historical periods.
It's kind of bizarre.
It's like, well, I got a GCSE in history, but I can only really cover these 3 periods. Oh, Tsar Nicholas, what a prick.
Mary and Joseph.
Him and his fucking kid.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike was so
I'm
fucking
so sorry
fast
about that,
to
Clementine. We should have
fucking
been more careful.
kick down the tour.
Yeah. That would have taken me 2 kicks.
At least now we got something to bring back.
I'll keep checking the other room.
Let's get this water.
It's a big fucking room. This is my favourite MASH event in the game. Look what happens when I get into Max, it's not even animated.
It's just a still frame.
I got this.
So I guess that is Mike's character trait. He's the fucking big guy.
He can carry huge jugs of water.
Yeah, size of a child.
That
Kind
looks
of.
pretty heavy.
That's all right. I know it looks like a lot, but we could all go through this pretty quick. Carver was crazy, but at least his shelves were always full. We're gonna have to be conservative as hell.
I'll make
Hey, we got that fucking Confederate coat, haven't we?
I hope so. That baby's gonna be hard on everyone, especially Rebecca. And between you and me, she's not looking too good.
Hey, guys.
Aw, shit.
Stick close.
What did Bonnie just find? Oh, fuck. It's a raccoon.
Just walked on in like it owned the place.
If only we had Daryl here.
This meal.
we can eat raccoon.
I need this shit.
And that's when Mike became a really likable character.
Happy to eat that raccoon.
I love his deadpan voice. I'd eat the shit out of that raccoon.
Yeah,
Shoot! Don't let it get away!
a nice moment of levity there. So obviously there's only one choice, but I see what happened if I clicked on the wrong
Went
one.
over there.
Yeah, of course it went over there. That's 'cause the camera angle was quite... The shot coming up just feels so... I'm not sure what to fucking make of it, but the musical sting, it just feels like... Really? It's like something The Last of Us would do.
The Last of Us feels like something a fucking Disney movie would do.
That too. Like, it had a family.
Hungrier than I was before.
Oh, I wish I had that family.
I wasn't trying to go for that accent, I was trying to sound fucking mushy, but it came out completely wrong.
Yeah, we both sounded like
We both sounded like fucking racist caricatures.
The others.
Well,
Oh, god damn it. I guess we
Every
just
day here at
kowtowed to
commentary.
the,
Are you sure?
every day here at commentary comes,
Okay.
we have
Oh,
to
that's
manage a way to offend someone.
even unintentionally.
Well,
Entirely
I think
innocently.
me saying that was pretty,
Yeah.
pretty intentional.
You just took my fuck up and ran with it. So this is what happens if you try and get her to unlock the door. And go, no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Wait, that happens now, matter what?
No, you can get her free. But I had to leave in a death, didn't I? I just love this death as well.
How
It's
does
like,
that-
yeah, it goes for you instead.
How does that even happen? Like, does
It overpowered Mike.
no, it's like Mike, like give the fuck, like whatever. If you're not gonna kill this zombie, I'm just gonna let him eat you.
Something's wrong.
Nothing's
Okay,
wrong.
so if you
Baby's
make
no
Bonnie put her arm through there, because I didn't leave it in, like, she instead, like, hey, did you get bit? And she covers her up and says, no, just old scars. And she won't show her arm. So that's kind of her reference to her being a former drug addict.
It'd be impossible.
It's not really you have to like keep
And it was
mentioning,
picked up
unlike
pretty
the
good.
Walking Dead show where they're
Lots
just
of
like,
folks probably
Bob
did.
was an alcoholic. He's still an alcoholic. Bob.
What?
Yeah.
What's
We'd
Bob
thought
even
it'd make
doing
it,
nowadays?
but-
What happened to him after the fucking
he got lost with a couple of survivors and was just kind of happy that the group fell apart. But no, he wasn't happy the group fell apart, but he was happy he still had people after the group fell apart. Because his backstory is that every group he's been with has died, and he's been the sole survivor a couple of times.
Like, did he get stuck? Is he in Terminus right now?
I think he's in Terminus.
Okay.
Hey, Clem.
God, that's starting again in October, because we got to be there for it.
Glad you made
Key
it
Snake.
safe.
We got to be there, Noon, and we've watched all of it, even though we agree it's not that good,
It hurts.
if at all good. We're sticking to this shit.
Alvin was here.
I just want to know where they're going with it. Okay, what choice? I have known nothing about Alvin. He could have been a shit stain, but he gave me some apple juice in episode 1, so what do I know?
In the office.
He doesn't even have to give you apple juice. You could just completely not go there.
He
Yeah.
died to keep us safe.
No, he didn't. He died because he was tied to a chair and beaten to a pulp.
Of course he did. I know it's a waste of time. I
No,
can't
but he had a
stop
cool
thinking
death
about
scene, I
things should've
guess.
said to him.
Not really. He just,
Talk to
like,
him about it.
barely shoots one guy and then gets totally destroyed.
How am I ever
But
gonna do
Noonham,
this
he was
without
beaten
you?
half to death and using a Derringer.
Going to be a good
A
mom.
Derringer.
Be sure it comes
Though
He
I
was
did-
against Hank. He was against Hank, the biggest, manliest, most devastating character in this series, and he won. Or, well, he broke even.
Though I did love his line about the fact that Carver owned that gun.
Yeah.
I'm worried that we ain't seen
It's
Jane.
pretty funny.
Go check on it, would you?
Yeah, go on ahead. I'll be fine.
Alright, so now we gotta do the Molly scene. Molly? Fuck, even I'm doing it now. That was unintentional, the Jane scene.
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, so look, we actually get a walkie-talkie bit. Let's give the coat to Rebecca.
We found an old coat.
Sorry.
If you don't give it to her now, there's a bit later on in this, like an episode.
Oh
where
my
you're forced to
god,
give it to her.
Clementine's eyes! What the
Oh
fuck?
god, what
Gee,
the
what
fuck?
the fuck was that? What the?
That was horrifying.
Holy shit!
Oh, that was just like that was just her being possessed by me again. I had to reboot.
How are you feeling, Rebecca?
I knew it was gonna hurt, Clem. But I didn't think it would hurt.
Clementine, one day you will have babies.
Oh god, that was yeah, that was out of the blue.
Fucking look at what was that?
Mike, you're looking all
Nice
philosophical.
job finding those bottles of water. That's a good
So
score.
I think it's meant to be a character trait that he doesn't trust Mike.
It's pretty strong, that's for sure.
And I honestly don't know where this comes from.
No, it's not that. I just think he's more eager
What
than
the
he
fuck
has
is
right
that?
to be.
What the
Say
fuck
he
does
needs
that
acceptance
mean?
before he's
I'm really sad that I don't get a choice here to say, no, he helped, you're being a dick. Clementine just kind of casually agrees, yeah, he's being a bit too eager to join the group.
What does that mean? What?
That means nothing, that's empty fucking words.
Is that like an actual thing? Like, what? He's too eager to be a part of the.
And a baby can run.
What?
What has he done? Was there a scene that's cut where he pretends like he makes decisions for the group?
I mean, he was like in season. Ah, fuck. Why do I keep saying season? In episode 3, I guess he was a little dicky at the start. But
That was quickly dropped, just like fucking Rebecca.
Come on, Clem. Go catch up with Jane.
He was just kind of sleep cranky, and that was it.
it's the baby pains.
Longer than you on the way back.
A lot of baby pains.
Thanks for carrying the water.
I didn't realize how tired I was until I put it down.
Yeah, he's definitely too eager to join the group. I can see it.
Seems like folks appreciated it though.
That's good.
Maybe they'll come around after all.
What did I have to come around to? Clementine joined the group quicker than this, and she was locked in a fucking shed. This really makes no goddamn sense.
Also, the fact that the group was apparently shady has also been dropped.
No, they're just nice people who are being followed. I mean, I think that's what the shadiness was just meant to develop into. They're not shady, they're just being followed, and that's why they're paranoid. But by the same token, that could have been fucking handled better. I don't know why. I liked episode 3. I liked episode 1, 2, this, I think season 1 is stronger overall. Even though I think episode 1 and 3 were fucking weak in that one. Well, 3 was middling.